the climax fight scene. It took us 6 days, 6 nights to shoot actually. Nalara Sangham is concerned. I haven't done anything of that sort in my career. Got a back injury, so I had to work with it. I had to reduce around 4 to 5 kgs in a span of 1 month hardly. Seeing the rock bottom, it helps you, realize that how difficult life is and how hard you should fight with it and keep on fighting.
Sanju Sivram, welcome to screen.
Hi, hi, hi. Thank you. Thank you
Sanju,
so much.
I want to start by saying you delivered a brilliant performance in Sambhava Vivaranam Nalara Sangham. It was
Thank you.
so
Thank you
good.
so
The
much.
show was good. You were excellent. Like,
Thank you.
what's your
Thank you.
feeling at the moment? Like,
I'm actually very, very, very happy to be, to have this wonderful result in front of us because uh, I never expected it to come out so good. Though as actors, we never get that, sense of accomplishment once we do it, and we always find the flaws and negatives, and we are never satisfied. So, so I believe that's the fate of an artist, being an artist, because you will never get satisfied. You will never get, you will get never become full. But as far as Nalara Sangham is concerned, I haven't done anything of that sort in my career till now. It's been 12, 13 years in the industry, and I've always wanted to do something like this. And I've always loved, whenever there is a transformation happening for the character, when there is different stages has to be portrayed. I had this something similar opportunity, something similar in 1983,
mm,
also that happened 11 years back. And after that, I was waiting for something like this, and I got something similar in Thousand Babies.
mm,
So even it had 3 to 4 stages being played, uh, and I had to make some changes in the looks and all. But as far as Nalara Sangham is concerned, it's something totally different to that of Thousand Babies or any kind of any character that I've done. This one starts from the school stages uh,
mm.
to the middle age, then the in the 40s. So it was pretty difficult to get into that frame. Also physically, I had to put in a lot of effort because,
Yeah.
I had to reduce around 4 to 5 kgs in a span of 1 month hardly.
Mhm.
And yeah, because right after the shoot of Thousand Babies, we had the schedule
Yeah.
of 4.5 gang in some 20 days. I got done with that in December 20, on 20 December 23rd, and I had to start shoot for this one on 16th of January.
Mhm.
And the initial plan was to, I mean, start with the earlier stage, that is the school stage.
Correct.
So I got just 20 workout days to, get myself toned to that school phase,
Mm.
and I had to reduce around 5 to 6 kgs in that span. I believe that's something very important because that's the sort of changes in yourself that'll make you feel like someone else, or
Mm.
to get into the character to be someone else. Uh, that character has to be. I mean, you should portray him. You should become him. So for that, I believe these kind of changes, minute changes, affects your mindset, affects your believability, and it'll make you, it'll give you that sense of belief that you are doing something else, you are becoming something else, you
Mm.
are behaving, you're going to behave like someone else. So I mean, these things contributed a lot in the performances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the first thing that Krishand shared with you about 4.5 gang? Was it just an idea or a one-liner or something more developed? What was it?
And the first discussion or first I mean conversation started, I mean, maybe a decade back,
Mm,
when we
okay.
actually met, when we got to know each other. That was when he mentioned about 4.5 gang. So initially that was named as Gangs of Trivandrum. So that was a name. So that idea was always there, but we wanted to do a series, and back then no series was happening in India, maybe.
Correct.
So
Mm.
it was in the very early stage where we
Mm.
used to be, very much in awe with the international content that we get to see.
Yeah.
So it took a lot of time.
Mm,
And this Arikutan, I wanted to hear it from him. So whenever we get to talk to each other, he'll put bits and pieces to you, so that
mm,
you you get that into your character.
mm,
He'll just brief a couple of scenes or an instance from his life, uh, to give that input to us, which will actually help us being in thinking like someone else, or thinking, being in the in that entire story premise. It'll allow you to be in there.
mm,
So he always puts in those kind of ideas to you.
mm.
Yeah, so that helps a lot.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
when a work like this, that's
Uh,
so unconventional, there are broadly two possible outcomes, right? It either hits the bullseye or it misfires, like colossal misfire kind of a thing. Did you, during the process, at any point, like felt that, okay, you are taking on a project that's going to become like this big, or like that people are going to love when it's so
mhm,
unconventional? That's the, yeah.
mhm. So my initial thought about this project was, this was supposed to be one of the biggest series that is produced in Malayalam,
Yeah.
and it had so much work to be done, so much work to be done. And I initially, I mean, seeing the schedule, uh, I had a disbelief in the entire thing, because I wasn't sure that this will get completed in this number of days. I mean,
Mm, yeah, yeah,
that was impossible. I
yeah.
mean, the schedule was so tight, and I always believed that this won't get done in this time, or though we had all the plans in mind, we had all plans made out, but still, I mean, it was so big.
Yeah.
But it so happened, like, it was very much planned, and all the plans were executed in time, in a very professional manner. That was totally unbelievable for me. I mean, that was because after a few days, it was like we were taking a day at a time,
Mm,
because this was something impossible.
yeah.
So much to do
Yeah.
with a very short time in hand. And so I never thought that this would become this big also. So I wanted to take it simple, and whenever something big comes to me, my if you think that it's too big, you will get panic, and
Yeah, yeah.
you won't you won't be able to relax and face it at peace. So I wanted to take it, day by day
Mm,
basis, or a
yeah.
stage by stage basis. So all I wanted to do was, initially we started off with the school phase of Harikut, and I wanted it to be, it to go very simple, and I didn't want to think anything beyond that. So
Correct,
thinking,
correct.
when you start thinking beyond a certain stage, you won't be able to deliver your fullest, because you will be
Okay.
thinking of a lot of things, how it will come out, what the result would be, what else should I do. So these kind
Mm,
of tensions will actually spoil your entire
mm,
project or entire mindset as such. So I wanted to keep it simple, and I always kept it simple, and that helped me actually.
mm.
So the stage was very beautiful. I mean, every stage. I mean, we went in a linear way, so
Okay.
it was much easier for me.
Got it. Uh,
Yeah, to be.
and you mentioned that early in your career you did 1983, which also you had to like different ages of the same character. Now here, like a decade later, and you mentioned like you had to lose a couple of kgs in a very short span. But was that the hardest part about doing Arikutan, or was there something that you, okay, this was like I did not even expect it, but this is turning out to be, this aspect is turning out to be a bit more challenging.
I would say the physical part was very difficult,
Oh,
because the physically, I had to be fit for, the entire tenure of 100 plus days, and where we didn't have any break, and there are a lot of fight in the series, a lot of nights in the series.
mm,
So the physical hard work was very much in there. It was very much in there, and especially nobody will believe when when actors, or the people working in the film fraternity say that there's a lot of hard work. People tend to disbelieve it, because they always see us having a very joyful, very easy, relaxed life, where we are taken care very very beautifully. But when I tell you that, as an actor, you have to be out in the sun, and in the April, May, the summer temperature, it's sun is at its peak, and you are there to face it. Nobody will come and put an umbrella for you, or you can't take
Mm.
rest or something. You have to work. You have to work. And during night shoots, the climax fight scene, it took us 6 days, 6 nights to shoot.
Mm.
Actually, it wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy at all. So in the process, I got a back injury, so I had to work with it. We didn't have the liberty to take an off or take a break or something. So what I used to do is, daytime I used to sleep. Afternoon I used to go for my physiotherapy. Then after that I'll take a half an hour break and then again go for shoot, which goes till the next morning.
Yeah.
So physical part was very tough. And then coming to, even the other, I mean, your emotional side, even that is not so easy.
Yeah.
When you have these, other kind of difficulties that you're facing, you will have to find, ways to accommodate your mind also into it. So that will actually disturb you. I mean, you
Yeah.
won't be at peace. So to be frank, actually, we had to face a lot of difficulties while shooting this, but we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Mm.
Doing a scene, especially the scenes with my train, Jagdish sir. We were shooting in a room closed, where we didn't have. It was, I think, month of April. It was all closed, and It was so hot. But we were shooting the one of the finest scenes of the series. So you
Mm.
have to be in that mindset. You have to pull yourself and make yourself relax and be there, be present, and enjoy what you're doing. And again, I mean, the scenes with in Indran Setan.
Mm.
I felt like it was so real. It was so real. There is a scene where my father, you know, I mean, helps me take a bath. So
Yeah.
he put soap on me, and that was actually I felt like like a child.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing that that you get to
Yeah.
experience while working with such senior actors and such wonderful actors. And again, working with Krishand, you initially told about this, that it's a bullseye or it's a total failure. So I take it like it's an experiment that you do. So no, when I work with Krishand, the most beautiful thing is that I am going to do something very different
Correct.
than anyone else out there is doing. And about the success part, if the success comes, that's bonus. And if the failure comes, I still can be happy that I made an attempt of doing something different. I am associating with Krishan, who is trying to do something different every now and then.
Yeah.
So the narrative is different, though we have already heard of these kind of stories, like Arikut, something similar. You can relate it to Gangs of Wasipur, or you can relate it to Pansing Tomer.
Ha, ha, ha.
Pansing Tomer. So even it has something similar. The premise is something similar, like this man narrating his story to a journalist. So this is something similar, but the narrative is totally different here. So narrative is what made it different and the series different. So I always tell Krishan, like there is nothing will happen if we hand over the entire script to someone else to direct, because they won't create something like this. So this is entirely Krishan's idea of things. He decides how to go about things, and it's all weird, it's all quirky, and it's something very different. So he'll have different plans. His visual thinking capacity is very good, and you can't match it with anyone else. You won't say that we had, there is someone similar to this guy anywhere around. We won't find someone like that. Yeah.
And is that kind of like a mindset that has taken you across these years? Because since your debut, like a decade back, your career like has witnessed like very highs, and also there have been periods wherein like of lull, wherein you haven't had like much work, but you are still doing it, and you're trying out
Mhm.
different things. But is that it, like that mindset that kept you going? That okay, even if it doesn't click or if success doesn't come, I'm okay with being part of this because this is something that's like inspiring me.
Uh, in a way, yes. But not just that will give you that kind of peace that you want as a human.
Mhm.
So whenever there was failure, whenever there was a lull period going on, I always wanted to do this. So I had no choice. I mean, other than to work hard or even more.
Mm.
So I had no choice actually, because I left my job
Yeah.
long back, and I didn't leave it, to go back to it. No, I just left it there. I
Yeah.
didn't want to go back to something else. I didn't want to try out something else. I didn't want to, make this a, passive career. No, I wanted to be in this. I wanted to be in this industry. I wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to do these kind of movies that I am doing right now. So every time, whenever I had these kind of issues coming up, I had to convince myself. I had to, go with the
Mm.
fight, and that's the best way of experience that you can gain. I always believe that experience not just come with the kind of work you do. Even when you don't work, that's something great. That experience is even bigger. You can't do anything. You are not getting any opportunity. You don't know whether you have the talent to do something. You no more. You have the confidence to do something different because you don't know whether you can do it or not.
Yeah.
So that stage is very important. Surviving that stage is very important, and seeing the rock bottom, it helps you, realize that how difficult life is and how hard you should fight with it and keep on fighting. And
Mm.
nothing will happen at your rock bottom stage also if you are ready to fight. And I have faced it, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm done with that stage, so let me go to the other side of life.
Yeah.
So
And what
yeah,
was
but you
ah
have to be motivated.
yeah.
You have to be
And
motivated in these kind of situations.
correct. Correct. Right. And what
So
was it that
my work was
go ahead,
I
sorry, sorry.
believe I had the perseverance. I believe I had the perseverance and courage to go on with this. With
Mm.
my be it my workout, be it my physical. I mean, outlook to be in shape because it was
Yeah.
very important. After 1983, it's now 10 years, and my challenge was to do something that I did 10 years back.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm relating these to my personal life itself. So when I was doing Arikutan, my the school stage Arikutan's weight was around 68.6. Okay. I weighed the same in when I was 21. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean I went around, long way back. So that gave me that sense of belief that I can do that. I was running like I used to be running when I was 18, right?
Mm.
I was doing that because during my workout or whatever, I took up running. I used to run quite faster, and I was fastest at that time. So that gave me that belief that I can pull it off.
Mm.
So these things you have to continue while you are jobless or when you have nothing to do. So there are certain things that you can do, and you should be doing
Mm.
that.
Yeah. And what was it that contributed to your impeccable chemistry between the five of you, the members of the 4.5 gang? Was it like you guys got together on set and like just started talking and it clicked? Or were there like sessions to create that kind of a rapport among the five of you?
No, there's no sessions as such, except for the script reading session that we had, and a couple of times we met for our fight choreography.
Correct.
Uh, this thing. So we trained for around a week or two for the same. So during that time, we used to interact. Um, Otherwise, it was a very natural process. We went through the process, and we were always together because we had most of the scenes together. So we went through it. So I mean, that's how we got along well, and we get to do things together. So that brought the chemistry actually, and I knew a couple of guys even from before itself. But otherwise, it was a set that gave us the best time to be together.
Yeah. And lastly, Sanju, why do you think people should watch 4.5 again?
4.5 Gang is it's the same old story, which you can relate to, which you might know about. You know about people becoming gundas, or who take up underworld as a career option, or
Mm.
who accidentally become something like that. Uh, so and even as a child, even I have thought like becoming like a don, like
Yeah.
my when I was young. I like this movie Abhimanyu Lalat in the cinema.
Yeah.
Abhimanyu, and I thought like, you should be like Haryana. It should,
Mm.
so much swag. The life is
Yeah.
so full and so happening. So everyone would have had those kind of experiences, those kind of thought process. So even this story also, this will give you something like that kind of a feeling because I mean, five people, five young boys who wants to, succeed in life. They want to make some name. So they get to realize that coming from their family background, their, I mean, surroundings, environment, they don't have much options.
Yeah.
So the best option that they had was, be goons who were respected in their colony,
Mm.
very much in their slums, very much. So they thought of, being someone like that, so that they get that importance, and they succeeded. They succeeded in that, to a great extent. But still, that kind of they never get that full feeling. I mean,
Yeah.
fulfillment, because
Yeah.
it was a very difficult process. It wasn't the best option that they should have gone with. So the life facing so many miserable things that they shouldn't have faced. So this story is relatable to everyone. It is treated in a very different way, and you will get to see a different narrative of something you know.
Mm.
So I believe cinema is all about cinema or the creation. Creation, it's all about the narrative, how you say things, how you express things. And I believe 4.5 Gang is expressed in a very different way. And I totally believe I am part of one of the best Malayalam web series that have come in Malayalam, be it Thousand Babies or be it 4.5 Gang. You may there are, I believe these are the two best shows that has come in Malayalam, and I'm lucky to be part of both these. And 4.5 Gang is one of my finest performance, maybe because that's what people say. I don't believe that because people are saying that. So I'm very happy with when big directors, big actors, and all call up and acknowledge you for the kind of work that you have done. So very happy with that, and I believe this won't disappoint you. 4.5 Gang is absolutely a good watch and good option, considering your festival mood now, your Onam now. So being at home and you don't have to go to theaters to watch us. We are coming home.
Yeah. Great. All the very best, Sanju. And I hope you become part of every best thing that comes out of Malayalam. All the best.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for
thank you,
spending some time with us.
thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you.